Hello, lesbians.
Oh, we're starting.
Yeah.
Hello, lesbians.
That's a shock, isn't it? There she is again.
What do you mean?
What are you and I on
What do you mean it's a shock?
Well, I think it is a bit of a shock for people that haven't heard us on the podcast together since November 2024.
I suppose, but I probably just think about the fact that most people see us at least 2 events a month together and have done for the last nearly 2 years anyway.
Well, there you go.
It's not like we've just been in like dark rooms held separately.
That's what I've been doing. Have you not?
Well, no, I know you haven't because I still see you. And I know you're not in a dark room.
So speaking to fucking Philomena Kunk. The reason why we are both sat here today is it is the Lesbian Supper Club's 100th episode, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that we're both still alive.
I
can't.
I nearly didn't make it, so there's
By
that.
the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, I can't believe we're all here.
Neither can I.
No. Well,
I
defied
wish
all the
Jack
odds, girls.
Daniels were actually sponsoring this episode.
That would be very poignant.
I would
Mhm.
not want to see you on Jack Daniels.
I would. I want
Ja-
to try the new blackberry one.
Are you okay? I don't want the aftermath of Scarlett on. She's actually better on vodka now.
I've re-established my relationship with vodka, yeah.
But no, 100 episodes is crazy. And I think when we started the podcast, what month was it? It was like 2023
February.
February.
Yeah, I was going to say it was winter time still.
Yeah. February 2023, and we had on Beth McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
She was our first ever guest, still our friend to this day.
What was that episode called?
Gay Awakenings of Beth McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
I think I want to actually hear the first.
That was the first episode, and also a clip from that episode was one of the first things that we posted on social media that went viral. I think it got like 3 million views in a week or something
That's
like
it was
that.
crazy.
How did you, if you like cast back, how did you feel recording that first episode?
I was really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember being really, really nervous. We had a script for
Did
some
you?
of it.
Mm-hmm. We literally had a script.
Yeah.
We had like a script rolling on the screen.
But we
So different. To be honest, I don't think I felt anything because I don't think I had any comprehension really for what I was doing.
Like any expectations?
I just we just got thrown into this thing and it just was like, okay, we're just doing this. And I didn't ever for a second think that it would probably go past 3 or 4 episodes. And I didn't think it would monopolise into what it has done.
Yeah.
And so I don't think when I sat there, I don't think I was nervous. I don't think I was excited. It was just like, oh, we've been asked to do this thing,
Yeah.
both by the public at the time from the TikToks and then also through the production company that initially reached out. And we just kind of were asked to do something. And so we were like, okay, we'll just try it and do it. And then beyond that, there was no other thought to me,
No.
to be honest.
I think we got 10 minutes in and then I was okay. We also had quite a lot of tequila.
Oh,
We
really?
had-
Yeah.
we used to
You used to-
drink.
I was gonna
We
say,
used
you
to
should
drink.
drink.
We should have drunk today. We used to drink
I think we should
on
have.
every episode when we were recording.
But not like, but we used to have a drink, which is
Oh, yeah.
probably why actually I would say that they're more rogue. The early ones are more rogue. But I
Yeah.
think that also comes with like growing and aging as well.
I think it's not just growing and aging. I think it's kind of like becoming more aware is not always a good thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that we just became way more aware of like how many people were listening and like all of that kind of stuff. Whereas before,
And
we
you're
were just
influenced by it even if you don't want to be.
Yeah,
Whereas
definitely.
before it was entirely organic because we didn't think anyone was listening.
no, and
Because
then,
I think even for a while actually, like we host this podcast now on Spotify. Obviously, we used to host on another platform before. I don't think we knew the data for a long time either.
No.
We didn't.
No.
We had no idea.
we were. Well, we're still kind of stupid now, but we were really stupid.
We only
like-
knew by social media clips that were doing well, but that could have just been a social media clip. We didn't realise traffic was actually going to the podcast and going to the full episodes themselves.
Yeah, well, I remember one of the guys.
I
in the
miss being naive.
Me
Genuinely,
too,
I
it's
miss
good.
being naive.
Ignorance is bliss. No, this guy was from the production agency was like can you check on Acast what your downloads are?
I don't think we even realised that was a thing.
Yeah, so then I went on to Acast to see, and he was saying before that it was something like, didn't he say something like 8,000 downloads or something in your your first month or something?
It was
like
really good.
Really good.
I think he said 5,000.
Yeah,
something around.
But
2 to 5,000.
But I remember us getting 20,000 in the first week.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, and so we then sent that in, and they were like, "Wow, this is amazing." And we didn't. Again, we don't know because you're like so out of it. Like I think that this goes
also
for
me and you. Well, I speak entirely for myself here. Like, you can speak for yourself, but like, I'm not someone who celebrates my wins, sadly.
No, you're not.
It's a really terrible thing about myself. It's a bad trait that I have. And so even though that number was massive, it still didn't feel big to me. Like, I don't know what... Like, even now, we've had over 3.5 million listens on this podcast.
Downloads,
which is, if you think this is 100 episodes, so let's do the maths. 3 million an episode, basically. 3 million overall.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane.
No, it's a lot.
And yet, you get so dissociated to it. You don't realise that it's so massive. And it's only... Actually, the only time I think I get comprehension and understanding of it is when people come up to me at the events.
Same.
And it's their first time of coming. And they've come from like somewhere across the world because they've listened to the podcast, and then they're here at the event and they're like, this is genuinely incredible. Like, what you've built is genuinely incredible. And like, I've never experienced something like this, or the podcast has helped me through X, Y, and Z. And in those moments, I do take a small pause and think, actually, we've built something pretty incredible.
Yeah, we are
but
so
on
bad
the day
at
to day,
so bad. Terrible, actually.
I never think about it. Because I think as well, and we've spoken about this previously, like, Liv's obviously incredible and has helped and supported us in so many things beyond just the podcast, like severe mental breakdowns on the daily, etc., etc.
We've been through the ringer, us three.
We've been through it. But like, we've never had the same amount of help, I think, as what other people... Well,
no.
not I think that I know.
So surprised. Like, when I even spoke to Phoebe when she was talking about like her podcast that she had with Tessa, when she was talking about it, I was like, we never had any of that.
Nothing.
Like, we never had any of that.
Nothing.
It was quite literally just the three of us.
Well, it's just
like,
raw dogging it.
Well, if you think as well, like, there's so many podcasts out there, and this is not me throwing shade at all, but there are so many podcasts out there that are a lot smaller. They get a lot more help. And yet we still...
But I think that that's kind of like also the magic in it, because I think that I think
that's why we're sat here at 100.
Yeah, and why we were able to kind of like maintain our voice and actually make it into like a bigger thing than just being a podcast.
Because we weren't refined by someone else's expectations.
I don't want to be...
I think you two have always stayed very true to yourselves as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get lost in it when there's like, you know, bigger... like teams involved and more people like in your ear. I think because it's been so small capped, it's like maybe made you stay more grounded.
We've made executive decisions based on what is right for us, not what someone's telling us to do. Yeah. Hence why we kept this whole thing alive during a breakup as well. I think if there was a production company and some strict management laid on the top of that, I would have walked 100%. I've said it before. I would have walked. I would have said, take it and have it. I don't want to be involved. I can't do this. Just leave it.
That's what Phoebe said on the latest episode with me, because she said that I was like, did you record after the breakup? And she was like, yeah, because we still have 4 episodes to do with the production agency. They didn't even think that it was a choice. And I'm like, fuck that. Could you imagine us doing... And no.
Oh God, that would have... Yeah, that.
I mean, it would have probably had quite a lot of views.
I would have... Well, no, because I would have just been mute, I think.
I think you would have just been like,
I literally didn't have a voice for about
like,
6 months of my life.
It would have been terrible. Like,
you were still good at going on... You were good because you're good at dissociating and just like... No offense, and just like playing a part. Like, you can do that.
It's not dissociating; it's masking. I'm really good at masking,
which is commendable. Like, whereas me, I feel things so deeply. I've got a big capacity, but when I've hit my capacity, I can't hide it.
Yeah.
Like, if I get to a brick wall, the brick wall's there, and I can't climb it until I've taken some time. And so there was a period of time where, like, there is just no way
No.
that I could have come on. I even remember when we were in Cornwall and I started the Agony Aunts.
Oh, yeah.
And like Liv kept saying to me, you need to do one. Like it'll be a good time for you, a good way for you to get back into it because it's small. And I just remember being like, I literally, it's fine. Yeah. I literally remember being like, I can't do this.
It was hard for you.
Yeah.
It took you, I think you go into like almost like freeze state and you just couldn't physically do it. Whereas like you've obviously.
You were able to use it still as like a reason.
Yeah.
Whereas.
Yeah.
It's like you both dealt with it
Yeah.
very, very, very differently.
Yeah.
But I think.
Yeah.
You know, you've both amazingly come out on the other side, and like it's actually incredible and commendable to see
amazing.
both. Like,
and like what
we've
achieved as well is amazing, and like what we've been able to build. I'm not crying because of what's happened to this podcast. I'm crying about myself and how I've built back and how you've built back. Not even about the breakup, about the fucking trials and tribulations of running this brand and the issues that come with it, and just the general hardship that just comes with owning something publicly, whether we were together, friends, fucking family members. It actually makes no difference. The breakup was a small proportion. You know, the breakup was basically 6 difficult months of 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So actually, if we speak about the longevity of this brand, that is just it. Overall, it's just a small rock.
It was a hurdle, a big hurdle.
It was a big hurdle.
And it was trying to understand like what we were gonna.
Yeah,
it was a big shift in dynamics. So
it
was like trying to figure out that whilst also still maintaining the business as well.
It was just how do we do it? Like how do we physically do this? Are people going to be interested anymore?
But I think that's also
and
why
they were,
I kind
which
of
is amazing.
because I knew that there just wasn't a choice. When you get given an instance where you know, even though there is technically a choice, I didn't feel like there was a choice. So I was like, I have to do this because I didn't want to.
But I also felt like it was your like escapism as well.
It was too. I think because like I am like a dog with a bone with anything. Like I don't really like quitting. I want everything to go well, and I knew that it was going well, and like I cared so much about you. Obviously still care about you, and I think that when I could see you in such a dark space, I kind of didn't want I didn't want all of this to also go and then you have nothing to come back to when you feel better.
Yeah.
You know, so I just wanted to make sure, and I'm glad that happened because ultimately it did, you know, and you are so
and everything actually continued to grow, which is incredible, and actually, which is an amazing testament to the incredible community that we have.
Insane.
Like the fact that not only did we keep it alive, but it actually continued to grow is insane. And I think this is where us co-hosting and still co-running this brand works, because even though we still, I wouldn't say disagree on things, but still get things wrong and
we're human as well,
don't do it right, the things that you are good at, you're good at, and the things that I'm good at. So when you were kind of frolicking around, keeping the podcast alive, still showing up to events, still showing up to record, I was still ensuring the stuff behind the scenes was seamless, which you weren't interested in at the time, because you just were like running. And I was there being like, I know that maybe there is a time I'll come back. And if there is a time I'll come back, I don't want the behind the scenes stuff to have just collapsed whilst we're keeping the face of it alive. And I think that's what is nice about this dynamic, is that you prioritize things that I wouldn't prioritize, and I prioritize things that you wouldn't prioritize, and then that kind of
together we are one brain.
We both have half a brain that in this brand gives us one.
No, but it is true though. I mean, I was even saying this yesterday. I think I was saying it. I was like, you are a really good driver. That is one thing that I would say about you. You're a really, really good driver. Like when you are like, we are doing this thing, I know that I will follow suit and be like, fuck yeah, we are. But it's almost like having you and your confidence behind that is like so powerful. So I think that that's what's so important. Like, yeah, I think with me, like there's a lot of things that I struggle to give a shit about in terms of just like little things and have conviction in, because particularly I think when it comes to business, I'm a relatively like, I call it like logical optimist. So a lot of things I will just not think that won't work out, and I've been proven wrong sometimes. I will hold my hands up to that, but
when I have conviction, I'm not moving on it.
No.
Like if I've decided I want to do something and I really have committed to thinking it's going to work, I will push through until I make it
but
work.
But you got to, though. I think that people also, like, I think this is good to listen to, because I think so many times you can see so many things that you're like, well, they seem fine, and like everything seems easy for them, and like why are they getting so much, and like whatever it is. First of all, you need to understand that like everyone fucking struggles with just about everything. 2, nobody ever knows what they're doing, ever. 3, a lot of the time you will see the success of a person that has grafted for fucking years to make it happen. And now, because you're only just seeing it, doesn't mean that they've only just started. Like, you could look at Chicken Shop Date.
Olivia Dean.
Yeah. Yeah. You could even look at Pink Pony Club. What's her name?
Chapel
Roan.
She performed.
We only see the uprise and the kind of glamour.
Pink Pony Club like 10 years ago to an audience of like 15 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But no, but it is just...
And I think what's incredible
like,
with us as well is that like if people say to me like, what are you proud of? I'm proud of the events. I'm proud that we've taken them global. I'm proud of the people that we've helped. I wouldn't say I'm proud of social stats. Well, I'm not proud of social stats. I'm not proud of, you know,
you're not going to think about that when you die, are you?
Well, exactly. Some of our collaborations I am proud of. Our Levi's collaborations I'm always proud of, because I think they're so reflective of us. And
I think brand collaborations definitely.
Because actually we've always chosen ones that we really care about. But I don't care about anything else. I don't care about I care about the growth and the number of listens and everything, because I care about how many people it reaches and hopefully has a positive impact on. But I don't care about it in terms of status. I really, really, really do not give a shit about how I appear online in that way, if that makes sense. Like I think there's so many people with podcasts and like our creators alongside that I don't actually know how they do it. Like genuinely better people than me, where they are able to film like 2 or 3 TikToks a day, do reels, do stories.
You've always said though from the start that was never ever going to be you.
But that was never what it was.
No.
Like when we wanted to start the podcast, we never thought we could get a load of followers and we could do this, we could do that. Like genuinely
it was about
the representation that we
and the
didn't
conversation
have. Because it was, I remember at the time, because we saw how there was such little representation. If you think of how much more representation there is now over the past 3 years, is actually insane. Like it's a really good thing.
Do you know what? And I will sit here and say this as well. Like I do think we pushed a lot of that change. I do. I think a lot of podcasts. Well, I know a lot of podcasts.
We definitely
started off the back of this and its success, which is incredible. But I know they did, because I know a lot of them
and it's like
took a lot of the same titles as us.
You
know, literal podcast episodes, which is great because they're giving more voice to the community. But we started in a space where 2 Dykes and a Mic, always owed to them.
Legends.
Know, incredible.
And also 2's 2 podcast.
And 2's 2 podcast. Realistically,
they were the 2.
That was basically it.
I'm not saying that they're the only
I'm
ones.
not saying there wasn't any others, but
they were like the biggest that there was. So I think that it's crazy to see the difference.
And I will coin the event side of it as well with the podcast. Like that was original to us, and that was what I think again has able, because when we talk about the other podcasts that have set up off the back of this, like not a lot of them have lasted. That's not to the problem or the fault of those that have created them or ran them, because it's fucking hard. It's really hard and time consuming and difficult, and it's full of ridicule and judgment and people thinking that they know you and hanging off every word that you say, and you're not allowed to be human. So I can imagine as to why a lot of those, I think 80% of them that have started since have also ended since, which is quite poignant actually to how difficult yet important it is to have a voice and to give a voice to this community. And I was actually thinking on the way over here, thinking about Amsterdam World Pride being this weekend, and when we done Warsaw Pride 3 years ago, World Pride 3 years ago, and we interviewed the incredible activist over there, Julia Machioka, and I hope I didn't just butcher her name, but I think that's
I
how
was
you
actually
say it.
surprised that you said her name
I did
right.
get it
Yeah.
right, didn't I?
Yeah.
And thinking just about that conversation, it's probably one of my favourite episodes, actually. And how she was just so amazing, and the things that she was talking about and fighting for and cares about. And as much as it was an incredible conversation, it actually made me feel quite sad because of what just happened in Berlin.
Yeah.
And it made me, again, I think there's so many times, like even today, where I get my head so, like, it's difficult. It is genuinely so difficult. And sometimes I think, why don't I just go back to consulting? I could sit on my ass for 2 days a week, 8 hours a day, probably earn the same amount of money and just live in Forteventura and go out on my bikes. Like, sometimes I do think that because it's really difficult. But when I was thinking earlier and thinking about what happened in Berlin, that then kind of brings me back to, well, no, I don't want to walk away from this because I've still got a lot to say, and there's still a lot I want to offer and hopefully advocate for this community.
We can be able to give back more and more and more as we get
Exactly.
bigger. That's what all we've ever really wanted to do.
I want to grow this brand to be able to offer more back to this community.
Yeah.
Which is ironic. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want to make money. Yeah, I do. I hate, like, when you're kind of penalised for saying that as well.
Of course we want to make. Everyone wants to make money. I love money, but I think I love money.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, love it. Love spending it.
We know.
The business bank account loves it as well.
But I think it's like,
Oh, do you know what? You've got a lovely example of it on your backdrop.
Oh,
here's
just
all the merch
thousands of
we
pounds
didn't
that
see.
yeah.
We didn't launch that one. We didn't launch that one.
What's looking at you there in those Poundland fucking photo frames is about $7,000.
Yeah, that's your 3 years there just staring at you.
Well, you know what? People would pay a lot more for art.
I actually wish there was a therapist in the room, 'cause when I look at that, I'm just
who
like,
wants
oh my
to
God.
buy this for £7,000?
With the chipped Poundland frame as well.
Yeah, obviously with
Do you know
the
what? The fact that
Poundland
it's
frame.
in a Poundland frame makes it even worse. Like, you couldn't
I spunked
even...
all the money on them.
That's what I mean. You couldn't even spend that amount of money and think, I'm going to do it justice with a, like, £10 frame.
I was in a time crunch.
What do you mean?
Time crunch. Where else can I find a fucking frame?
But
We
what
had
was
to
the
do this
time
very
crunch of
quickly.
the frames?
We had to do this very quickly because I thought, what the fuck are we going to put
No,
That's what I mean.
no.
Again, this is just a whole reflection of what we're saying here. Like, we've been in the studio now, which is incredible, and we're so grateful to Spotify.
Yeah, you're also in the fucking studio,
Spotify.
so why is this my problem now? You could have changed it
Because
by
I didn't
now.
want to do it to begin with.
You could have replaced different frames.
I didn't want to do it.
Or do
to
something
begin
else
with.
then.
I don't want to. I think it's a waste
You
of money.
come in here on your own.
I think it's a waste
You come
of
in
money.
here
We
on your
actually
own
did
and you
agree
could
no
have-
more spending for a bit. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
go on.
also you come in here on your own, you could have chosen something completely different if you wanted to.
I don't want to, because we may as well make use of it, because we spent all that
You
money.
said you don't like it.
I said I think you could have done it justice to the £1 frame. But
We
like,
should-
Actually, £2.
We should play a
bastards.
game. That's like of funny things Freya spent her money on over the last 3 years.
Liv, shut the fuck
the
up.
fact that this podcast isn't sponsored by Space NK for a start is like
Mind blowing.
like
Because me and you have a joke that Freya genuinely has shares in Space NK.
Freya's got shares in most businesses across the world.
Clearly not in hair products. My
the
hair's looking
DJ
really fucking
set.
flat.
That was paid from the business.
Yeah, no, stole it. What?
It's gone so poof.
Why did you
Looking
put
really
the DJ
flat.
set through as a business
You
expense?
told me I
actually?
could. I think you must have felt guilty.
That would have been a guilt thing.
Yeah, but where are the DJ
She doesn't know
decks
where
now?
they are.
I
She
d-
genuinely doesn't know where they
did look. One can't
I think
lose DJ decks. I think I know where they are, and I think the person's house that it's at is no longer speaking to any of us.
I don't think we've got a way of retrieving them.
Right, so DJ
I
decks.
do want my DJ decks because I could have made us back a lot of money with that.
That's $8,000.
Yeah,
What
that
other
was also
merch-
you were
What
also
else?
included on this, and I do think that people would buy the Dyke Daddy shorts. Okay, tell me who wants to buy the Dyke Daddy shorts?
They're all faulty.
No, they're not.
My one thing I'm
They're
going to
all
say before
faulty.
you
The
start
print-
Actually,
promising,
no, they're not. I
if you're
can't.
promising selling them, this is the issue that we had.
Actually,
with
no, I can't.
packaging
I can't
them and
sell
sending
yeah,
them.
Okay, all right. Okay, listen.
We'll go into the archives.
Listen, we're not doing merch until we have a team that can do merch for us.
Yeah, because we can't. We literally don't even have the means to sell it and then process
it. Okay. Anyway,
right.
next.
What else?
What about Freya's?
Yeah.
What her career ventures whilst over the last 3 years?
Oh, I've had plenty of those.
Wait, don't I have a list?
You might have a list.
I think I do.
No, but like business spend.
The title of this episode is going to be like
Deliveries.
why I'm so glad me and Freya are
No.
together.
Let's not do deliveries. Let's talk about Zap, shall we?
No,
but there's deliveries on there as well.
Yeah, Zap is
I
mine.
did hear that you done multiple Zap orders the other day.
201.
Not in one day. That's her all
Well,
time.
obviously not in one day.
And how long have you had the? How long have you had the subscription?
And another one. Oh,
how long have you had the subscription? 201 Zap orders. And you have Deliverooed as well, because I see it on the business account. Like, you categorically have, because I've seen it.
I'm going to see when
like when you Deliverooed on the business account your mum's £140 Waitrose birthday.
That came straight out of my account in the business. You can check that right now.
I hope the taxman's not watching, that's all I can say.
Oh no, guys.
What?
Guess how long I've been a member for?
9 months.
Yeah, October 2025.
Wait, that's how long you've had your Zap for?
Yeah.
So
hang on. So
I actually feel like my eyes are about
how
to
many
run out.
months is
nearly
that?
2 years. Well, it'll be 24 months in this October.
No,
so minus 2 months.
2025.
Oh my God.
So it's less than that. 10, how many months is that?
10 months. It's 10 months. It's 9 months, technically.
On the plus
How
side...
many? 201 orders?
202 now. On the plus side, £801 savings.
Yeah, but you said this to
So
me
that's
yesterday. And I said
20 orders a month. So it's nearly every single day.
Love Zap.
ooh.
Nearly every single day. Bearing in mind, we live
Can
in
Zap
central
Can
London.
Zap sponsor this?
And within a 4-minute walk, you can get to a...
I used a lot of Zap over
actually,
Christmas.
within 4 minutes, you can get to Sainsbury's one way, and then the other way, you can get to Marks and Spencer's, Waitrose,
Yeah.
and Tesco.
However, I actually a few months ago went through what I bought in Sainsbury's and how much it cost, and then I looked it up on Zap to see the price comparison, and Zap was cheaper.
I just don't.
And there's
believe
no
this
delivery
shit.
fee.
I just do not believe this
There's
shit.
there's no delivery fee. Well,
Because
you
you
know
pay
what?
a membership,
you can see,
though.
Yes, you can see it yourself. You can see it for yourself. Zap is actually cheaper than the shops, marginally, but they are cheaper. So if it's going to save me from having to get my ass back out to the shop, I probably will. I do walk around a lot. It's just I have a forgetful brain. Sometimes it's easier for me to. Anyway, it's fine.
What other
You
large
deliver
purchases?
every day for your dinner. I don't know where you think you're.
But that is genuinely a saving.
Have a look. Have a look.
That's why I'm called Martin Lewis Money Saving Expert.
How many
because
deliveries you've done on Deliveroo?
But when I do it, I get either Itsu, Jacobs,
Didn't Jacobs? Oh no, that wasn't
basically those two. Every now and then, I'll splash out on a fur. All right, and I'm not happy about it. It cost me £23.
Scandalous.
My Itsu cost me £12, and my Jacobs cost me 10. Tell me where I can go to a shop and buy dinner for £10.
No, because if you were to build your Jacobs bowl and get all the stuff, it would cost you
Which
about
is
30 quid.
Chicken, couscous, spinach, peppers, mushrooms,
Peppers.
courgette, leaves.
You know, I'm not sat here, by the way, sitting here telling everyone that I'm a guru and I'm a saver with money. So you can say whatever you want, but I'm not denying it. I know I'm bad.
Do you think you've got a Zap problem?
Could be worse.
To be fair,
I
you
don't
could be
do
addicted
cocaine.
to worse things. Yeah.
I actually, you know what? I justify a lot of free money for me by the fact that I don't do drugs. I think about it every month.
And you
I
don't drink
think,
loads.
No, imagine if I drunk, like binge drink, and also took drugs. How much money would that come to every single... I'm saying
Well, you probably
thousands.
have no money.
What I wanted to do quickly before we go into all my endeavours, I just wanted to hear the first opening of our first ever episode. I'm going to put it here.
She'd call me mummy and then would
Oh yeah.
make me cradle her in her arms. No, Yeah. Well, she did a little.
Oh.
This is actually quite a good thing that we used to do. I've just remembered this.
forgot.
No, I'm judging too. No. It was one of those things, though. I'm not a kink shamer, right? And I never will be a kink shamer. But at this moment, I did look down at her forehead and thought, I don't want to kiss that. My whole body. I don't want this to go further.
Oh my God.
Hello and welcome everyone
Hang
to
on.
the first
What was
ever
that?
episode of the Lesbian
That would be me.
Supper Club podcast.
I even
This
said podcast
is
then.
basically brought to you by all things lesbian, female, woman, etc., etc. Everyone here is pretty much gay, including the photographer that's done all of our amazing artwork associated to this podcast, and probably like the toilet cleaner at this point as well, because no one else was allowed in the building unless they had a big lesbian lanyard
Big
on
clit
there.
energy. Podcast was born out of our.
What the fuck is that?
I was confused at the do do do.
Yeah, we used to do that. That wasn't our idea.
Well, we just had nothing at the time.
I do like that we used to clickbait the interesting topics though. That was clever of
Yeah,
us.
that's good.
You went through a phase of doing that not too long ago. Do you
We
remember?
need to do that again.
Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't. But yeah, we'll do that again. It's actually a lot harder with the visuals to duplicate.
Yeah,
something.
fair.
But I can do it. But we sound so different.
You
I think
do.
I sound the same.
No.
She goes, lesbian podcast. Palm
No, it's
Springs,
not
here we come.
It's not the way you're saying things. I think your voice does sound different.
Do you think mine sounded different?
Bit more high pitch.
I thought that.
Yeah.
There's a bit more
Well.
joy in our voice.
No, I've
No.
just smoked a lot more since then.
Yeah, fair.
That's-
Aged.
yeah.
But we've had Botox obviously since when we first started doing the recording, and I remember one of the videos that
I
did
don't
well.
have any Botox in my face anymore.
No, but one of the videos that did do well was when I was saying that like you have the,
The
grouch.
grouch. Oscar the
because of
Grouch.
how you were like frowning,
Always
so much,
frowning.
and now you can't
But
do
no-
it as much.
Well, I can actually. I just don't frown as much anymore because I've stopped. I haven't had Botox now in 7-8 months. I've got no Botox in my face anymore. It's all gone. But I think it stopped me engaging those muscles. So now I don't frown naturally,
Yes.
which is actually quite good.
Yeah,
But a lot of that frowning was also down to the fact that I was suffering really badly at the times of migraines again.
I think it just at that time, I think you just
Also,
were
we
looking
were
at me a
still
lot like
working
this.
desk. Yeah, that was the effect that you had on me as well. And at this time we were working.
That's why my smile line's better now as well.
Yeah, true. Working office jobs where a lot of the time my head was forward and I would have been concentrating on like contractual stuff. So, but yeah, I think my voice sounds the same.
No, I
and I
think
think
it
I
sounds-
have the same weird like neurodivergent pauses in the things that I say and speak
It's
quite
not-
robotic.
It's not as bad as it used to be. You know, it used to be a lot worse when you were still working your corporate job because you used to turn on that robot voice in your corporate job, and sometimes I felt like I could hear it like when you were recording the podcast. So
And also I
maybe
think we've
that's
just
it.
got a lot better and more comfortable as well. Like I used to say like all the time, and
I
I
still
don't
do.
really do that anymore. And you used to say that I used to like sigh into the mic. But maybe that's just because I don't record with you anymore.
Maybe. Good for you. It wasn't sighing. You did a lot of.
No, it was her tongue tie you'd always complain
It was
about.
the tongue tie.
Oh, I do.
And
I've stopped that as well,
Yeah.
which is weird.
It was the tongue tie, and it was also. There was just a couple of things, and I remember we would usually argue en route to recording,
Yeah.
and then argue whilst I was editing the recording because I get to like the 50th edit.
Be
and
like, oh my God, Scarlett.
Why
And I'd
do
be
you
like,
do
I literally
that?
can't help it. I don't even know I'm doing it.
No, but I was also kind of like getting frustrated at myself as well because there is nothing more
You're a lot
frustrating.
faster at editing now as well.
Oh yeah, but there's nothing more annoying than having to listen to your voice and like
and see yourself.
It's worse. Like doing this is the worst. But like, babe, it's got to be done. But I'm trying to think of the other clips that went well as well. There was one of the ones where we listed the ones that we would
Celebrity
like to...
clushes.
Celebrity clutch.
There we go. I'm back. She's back with the
Celebrity
speech.
clunge.
Celebrity crushes.
Yeah. It was like the most likely to fuck and least likely to fuck. And I chose Angelina Jolie.
So
She's
did
still
I.
my number one. Have we got another number one?
Well,
Yeah, have they changed over
Well,
time?
I saw a clip. Well, I would have said until literally 2 days ago, yes, Angelina Jolie. But then I saw a clip of her last night, and it was like, obviously she's beautiful, but like, it really wasn't great. And I thought, oh my God, this is the first time that I've seen you and thought, actually, I think Charlize Theron would take it for me now.
Yeah, that film we watched the other day,
In
she
Apex?
looks so hot in that.
She is ridiculous.
And also, I've been telling
she looks really strong.
Yes.
I think that's what's hot to me. I think Angelina looks a
now
little bit
Ozempic's
fragile.
like,
yeah.
And I think as well, actually, from listening to the podcast episode with Call Her Daddy with Charlize Theron, which I think I spoke about in a couple of episodes previously, I really love her mind and the way that she thinks and how she walks through the world and doesn't conform to what other people say or give expectation to how she should live her life.
I love
and she's so quietly convicted and graceful with explaining why she is the way she is and who she is the way she is without apologizing for it. And she does it in such a incredibly educated way that I fancy her because of her mind. Also, she's incredibly attractive.
Yeah,
yes.
she is really ridiculous. Like, oh my God. Yeah, it's the whole aura though. Like, that's what I say. When I say that someone's hot, I'm not just like thinking about appearance. I'm like, it is the entire aura. Like, she is just ridiculous. Someone recently, I heard it on Two Nights and I'm like,
just, why are my jeans so high up?
Yeah, why don't you stand up? Because you know what's making me laugh as well? Your foot positioning right now, the point. It's like you're in
But why
ballet.
are my jeans like this?
I don't know.
Side note to everyone though, these are the Levi's.
Your mic is all the way over there, love.
Side note to everyone, these are the new Levi's Japanese
They're really
denim,
cool.
like high-waisted, well, as you can see, high-waisted
Tit-waisted.
barrel jean. I think they're like a barrel jean, and they're so comfortable, and the quality's incredible, but not when they're up my boobs.
Do you remember Freya used to wear her jeans that high?
Yeah.
Real high.
So yeah, one Lisa Likely to Fuck. There was that one. We had
I had quite a few,
where I
to
said
be
by
fair.
Angelina, I would let her basically anally up the arse.
Yeah, well, don't lower the tone.
I'd love to lower the tone.
No,
right
I
now.
think you said you'd let her stab you.
No, I'd
But something
let her
about
fuck me
stamping
with
on
like
your
a
neck or
10.
something.
No, I said that if she came to me with a 10-inch dildo and said, "Do you do anal?" I would say yes. And look, I probably still would say yes.
Clip of you and Leandra. Oh, the clip with you and Gabby and Steph when
Oh,
you like
yes.
sit down
That
and
was
listen.
That was a good episode. I loved
That was a
one.
funny episode.
I was going to say, what's been your favourite episode of the last 3 years?
I think that's a really,
You can do ones when you were
really
to get
hard
together
one.
and apart as well. Because I'd say your Steph and Gabby one was great.
I think
It was really fun.
But then I also loved Leandra too. So I think for me, it's going to have to be two, like Leandra and Steph and Gabby. It's not, by the way, it's not because of the guests. Like, I love all of the guests that we get on, but I'm talking about like the actual episode itself. Scarlett, I think.
None.
The Rachel Shelley one was good.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one. The Rachel
I think
Shelley
Rachel
one.
Shelley. I think our coming out stories as well. And the one where you were like, she cheated how many times? That one is good.
To be fair, I think I loved the first one that we done with Beth because it's just so pivotal. And also, like I say, going back to like the absolute naivety of what we were doing was so nice, actually. So the innocence of it was so nice.
Bless
and
us.
not, I didn't think about anything I said, which is probably good that I do now think a little bit more, though some
I
may,
think just
may
fuck,
disagree.
Fuck thinking. But thinking is
whereas
overrated.
now I'm very, very conscious about judgment. But I love the Beth one, the Helena Peabody one, loved. I loved the one that we done, religion and homophobia.
Yeah, that was good. We've done so many
That
like,
one I really loved. Sabrina Kennedy.
God, that was ages.
I love Sabrina. Sabrina's a legend.
I would
that
like
was
to
a
look
good
at
one.
the first 10.
Brooke Eden, I love that one as
Brooke
well.
Eden one was really good.
You've also had
My
some
Char
like,
Bailey episode I love just because I enjoy Char's
Yeah,
conversation
that's so good.
very generally. my Shura episode.
Yeah.
That actually for me was pivotal because that was like Shura's like an icon to me, still is. That was a good one because Shura was actually really funny, and
She's
like
very
the
funny.
stories that she had to tell were great.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this one. Do you remember when we went to Cornwall? It's titled Barbie is Gay.
Yes.
I hated that episode.
Why?
Because
I
you not
remember being
remember we
really
had so many
funny.
problems with trying to set the cameras and that up.
No, but I mean the actual. I remember when you were recording it. It was really, really funny. I remember really giggling.
I love the Friends episodes as well. We were talking about Greece.
Oh, and the time when we were all drunk and we were with Polly and Leo
Yes. That
was
around the living room coffee
That was
table.
really funny.
And
that
we
was
were
your
all, like,
birthday.
Yeah, and we were all like fighting with each other and arguing over it and like speaking over each other.
I remember trying to
We
edit
were
that and I wanted to
hammered.
cry.
And people were commenting, being like, "I love this, but I also just don't understand anything that any of you are saying." That was quite a funny one.
Yeah, because we were
I like Polly on the
pissed.
podcast.
Uh-huh.
Leo was good on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Leo always brought like a funny vibe to it, as did Polly.
Yeah, really funny. No, I think...
Your episodes of Anna as well.
Yes, I love Anna. I love those episodes with her. I think that like...
Do you know what? I think it's easier to say. I don't think there's been there's not been an episode ever where I've walked away and thought, oh fuck, I really don't like that episode. Like I
No.
wish that didn't have to go out. Or there's definitely been things I've walked away and thought, I'm glad I edit this, or I'm glad we edit this, because I wouldn't say that quite in that way, or actually upon reflection I don't want to expose that part of myself. But there's not been a single episode where the whole episode I've been like, I didn't enjoy that, or there's not been a single guest that I thought, fucking hell, that was like pulling teeth.
No, and thank fuck. I think for me it would just be like, I wouldn't put it out. Like genuinely, if I really didn't like an episode, it wouldn't go out. I think,
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure you and I...
Oh, the
done an
Amy
episode-
Spalding,
Oh my God,
Eva, I Kissed a
I
Girl clan podcast. That was quite a good one as well.
Yeah, because they were also pissed. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our thing was just get people drunk. No, but I think me and you have had an episode once together that we recorded, and I'm pretty sure I never put it out.
Yeah,
Because
when you
I was
said
like,
that, I thought so.
Oh, that was...
It didn't land
It
well.
didn't land, and I was a bit bored, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I can't really remember what it was.
Actually, do you know what? I love doing my agony aunts as well, which is ironic because, again, I haven't done them in a while because I've just been so busy with everything else. But I really like doing the agony aunts
Yeah.
because that is probably a very unfiltered... Genuinely, I lay on my bed and stare at the ceiling when I do those, and I do just like think in the moment about what I want to say, and then I just talk about it. And I love those because they always, like, the people that comment and listen are always very engaged, and it's really nice to get like that feedback and the understanding of like how things land
Yeah.
to an audience.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of going back to
You're
what I
really
was
good at
saying
them.
about seeing people at events. Like when you actually get that genuine response and interaction is actually extremely helpful. So I like the agony aunts as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, sometimes I think back at things that we've done and I go, oh, bless us.
No, do you know what? It genuinely breaks my heart sometimes if I think about it.
Yeah.
Is the first ever event we did at Lisa's.
I know.
No,
'Cause, like-
the first one, the Christmas one for me is worse.
No,
Agreed.
but the Christmas one we can kind of giggle at. But I think the first ever Lisa's one, like the first ever event, it's like we sold 70 tickets. You two were so nervous. And I just
We've
could
done
like
a speech.
Oh, we did do a speech.
No, but I can remember us getting ready, putting our
Was
shirts
that our
on.
first ever event?
Yeah, November 20.
Yeah, I mean, we sold 70 tickets because I think we just thought, well, like, that's probably the maximum amount that we could sell, and like...
Still felt like a push.
But it didn't, because they did sell, didn't
No,
they?
I know, but I mean, like,
But it's
even
just
putting a number
ironic
out
now
there felt like a
because
lot.
the scale... Like, now we do 2 a month there,
Yeah.
which are obviously bigger than that.
Yeah.
And then we do garden pub, which is... Sorry. And then we do garden bar, which is much bigger. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
No, I
actually,
think
it's,
about
it's
it.
heartbreak. And
Yeah.
I actually forgot about you two doing a speech. I must find that after this
And
episode.
Beth McCarthy was there doing a little...
Beth sung.
We got Beth there to do a little singing dance.
We did. Do you know what? If I have content of the speech, I'm going to put it into this episode.
I'll have it
after we
100%.
say this.
I
I'm
think
gonna put it
I
in.
think the speech was nice though. It's basically I don't think I'm embarrassed about the context of the speech, because I think the speech is basically what we say on here often, which is like, we're very grateful to this community We're grateful that we can bring a space to this community. I remember the speech. I remember looking over at Addie at the bar, and she was like randomly clapping, I think. And I remember thinking, why are you doing that? She wouldn't have understood a thing that we were saying.
I think with the event, though, I remember there was a point where I thought, one event specifically, I was like, oh my God, this is going to do really well. And like, this is going to be a thing, was the Duke of Kendall event.
Yes.
Because that was...
I remember thinking
where we had the charity stall with the arm wrestling.
And it was really
and it was
busy.
packed. It wasn't just about the fact it was packed. That energy that came to Duke of Kendall set the precedent of the energy of LSC, and that is the energy that consistently shows to every single event.
And then when we were doing like the cock and bottle ones, it was rammed.
The Duke and Kendall, I think, was a turning point for the event.
I think so too, and that was so fun. I remember that night. It was a very, very fun night. And like, I think back to the first event,
we had the dictaphone.
We a megaphone.
Megaphone.
Oh God, and Alyssa was going around with it,
and we got it banned.
And Alyssa took her top off.
Yeah, sounds about right.
In the middle of the street.
That really is showing the tone for lesbian wine nights, I think.
Yeah.
But I remember them. I loved them at the Cock and Bottle too. I really, really liked that. I think the Christmas one is the one that breaks my heart the most. Me and Scarlett
because
dressed
it was
in
like
suits.
No, I can't.
No, but it wasn't that we were dressed in suits. It was the suit I was dressed in was crushed.
It was crushed
velvet.
Yeah, that was a
destroyed.
choice.
That was well. I actually judge you both for not telling me more than me.
Always have told you.
No, but I think at the time we were like, "You look great," and you did.
Until hindsight, I mean, you've never looked bad.
I think there was other reasons why that was late.
But we won't discuss.
Yeah, we won't.
And then the fact that what makes me laugh,
it was in a random ass.
It felt like a children's party in a village hall.
It did. Yeah. And remember that there was just like this one like bar, and all the girls were just queuing like
through
all
the
way
middle
down.
of the.
I wanted to actually crawl up and die.
Well, I at the time thought it was fine because I didn't have anything to compare it to. Now I would be extremely embarrassed if we ever ran an event.
But the
like
girls
that.
still showed up, and they were so
they came back.
good.
Honestly, thank you guys came back. I don't know why you did.
Yeah.
But thank you.
You had faith in us. No speeches at that one.
The Tinder dinner was so much fun.
The Tinder dinner was great. That was really, really good. The actual supper club. That when we can actually get our shit together. I'm sure one day
we'll do actual
lesbian supper club. At this
supper.
point, I'm just going to put a table outside of my house, and I'm just going to do a load of food.
Yeah, your Tory neighbours will love that.
I'll say it's for charity. Feel good about yourself. I don't know.
These people don't need to feel good about themselves. That's why they're Tories.
I mean, look, I think they're beyond that now. Just have to make sure. Because there was a party going on there the other day, wasn't there? Pizza vans.
A work party.
Yeah, lesbians.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun to
I'm trying
watch.
to think of other things
What else?
that we've like done, or like what are just funny things.
Well, New York was incredible.
New York was insane.
We need to come back. We are coming back.
Yeah, Paris,
good. Amazing.
Love. But I think, I don't know, we definitely did some really, really stupid stuff too. Like, and again, like very much like, bless us. I think we've done so many things for free. And again,
with
usually
big successful brands.
Yeah, usually in a suit.
Wasn't the most sensible decision we've ever made.
But I think the main thing is that we always showed up, and we always gave it our best, and whether we were getting paid or whether we weren't, like,
we haven't given up.
We haven't given up. No,
and we've adapted and built and continued to be flexible and reinvent.
Oh yeah, it just makes me look back at it and go, oh.
You should both be really proud if you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
like it's such an achievement.
Yeah. And I think that there was like a natural evolution with Lesbian Supper Club. And I think that there was like I think what was always good, and I've said this I think on the podcast before, is that we were never lovey-dovey on the podcast anyway. We were never like, you know what I mean?
But that wasn't the precedent. It was never about me and you. We host this podcast and we bring our lives into it, and we bring the experiences that we have in our lives. We take to this podcast to give examples and basis and foundation to the things that we talk about. But I think, like we've said, one of the huge reasons why it survived, us not being together, is because it was always a community-led podcast.
I think,
and we've never sold. I wouldn't do this anyway, and it's not throwing shade to other people that do it, but I think there's a big difference between existing with your partner online and then performing with your partner online for a monetary gain. And I've never done the latter.
No, I mean, look,
We've done TikTok videos together, of course, posted each other and whatnot. But
my favourite one was
I
the
never
Ix.
performed for a couple. I never
Yeah.
performed for a
No.
couple, and I never would.
No way. But I think like we were together for over 3 years. Yeah, we were together for over 4 years before we started the podcast itself. So I think that also helped. Like, it wasn't like we just got together and we're like, let's do a podcast, you know?
But if you think about the why, the conversations always were, we done supper clubs with our friends. People wanted to know what we spoke about with our friends. And those were the topics that we took to the mic.
Yeah.
All of our the first 20 topics was so easy to find because it was 20 different conversations we'd literally sat down and had with our friends. It was never about us. We never sat down and said, let's talk about our lives and let's talk about what we do on a day-to-day and a week-to-week and no, it was never about that. It was about, this is a topic that people would find interesting. Our lives have intertwined in this in one way or another, aka coming out, first breakups, homophobic parents, being gay at school. We brought our experience to those topics, but it was overall globally consumed experience and topics that we've always based the premise of this podcast on.
Yeah, I think we did talk about our meeting story and stuff like that though as well, which was always like fine. It was an embarrassing first date story, so it was worth talking about on the podcast. But no, you're completely right. And I think that's why we could continue to do it, because if we were the type of podcast where we were really like, oh baby, like the whole time, could you imagine them breaking up and then having to carry it on? You'd be like, well, I'm fucked. Or like the adjustment would be so like crazy big.
What I do miss actually is we used to be a lot better at doing the horror stories. That was
miss the
fun.
horror stories.
And our feedback on that's always been, I think, really good actually.
What was your favourite one?
I've got
What was the one with the animal, the cat?
I can't remember a cat.
Cat.
I've got mine locked and loaded. The poo one.
That was vile.
That was fucking
That's
disgusting.
the one I think I'm talking about.
What, where she had shit and then the girl went to wash, but she actually just wiped it more. And then the girl went back
Oh no,
down.
I forgot that one. That's disgusting.
and it was wet and cold shit.
Ugh.
She wiped it further into her vagina.
What was the one about it was
That-
lockdown and like a girl slept with a girl or something and then she went to the shop to do something and then the girl
Cum
was sleeping
Chronicles.
with the guy. That was it.
Yeah. And she fucked her girlfriend with the guy's cum inside of her.
That was it.
That's absolutely disgusting.
And then there's the one where the girl was riding her face and then she was like, thought that maybe she was squirting or something. She just full blown waterboarded her because she was just like pissing in her mouth on her face while she sat there.
Guys, I do actually miss the submissions that you used to give
Yeah,
us.
you need to
I
send
think
them
you've
in.
been lacking
Yeah.
big time.
Big time. Big time.
There was one with a cat. I'm telling you, there was one
I thought it was
with
a
an
cat or
animal.
a dog.
A dog.
Oh,
It like bit her or something.
The dog. It wasn't the cat. It was a dog, and it was in the bedroom when two girls were having sex, and the dog did something to the girl. Who
yeah.
wasn't dog. Whose
It
dog
bit
it
her
wasn't.
or shit on her or something. It was
No, I think
really
it bit her.
funny. But it was quite bad. She was bleeding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. There's been more worse ones than that. What was the one with the
think I
girl
like
with the
that.
car park? There was one where she was sleeping with a girl in a car park, and then the girlfriend was there. That one of the girls' girlfriends showed up in the car and caught them in the act.
Oh god,
the boot of the car.
This does ring a bell.
Yeah, there was definitely one like that. She didn't know the girl had a girlfriend, and they were having sex in a car park, and then the girlfriend was like at the window.
Well,
I'm sure there was one of those.
we need people to maybe. Do we reckon it's because they're not submitting it, or do you reckon that people are not being as crazy
Just
anymore?
like me and Liv doing our Q&A last week.
Mm.
I think sometimes it's quite nice to just do full like horror story ones and things like that, where we just canter through a load of them
Yeah.
and just chuck a load of chaotic content at you all.
Oh, it's
Disgusting.
they're absolute disgrace. A lot of you
We're all
love it so much. It's
disgraces.
disgusting.
We all should be ashamed of ourselves.
Oh yeah. Maybe I could write in my own horror stories and then read it as if it's somebody else's and be like,
Yeah, true. You've actually got a lot.
Could.
well,
I could.
now
write
you'll
one.
never know listening to the other horror stories where the
Like shagging two girls in one day.
2 girls one
Actually,
day.
it's like in a matter of hours.
Oh,
It wasn't even like a Friday night and a Saturday night. It
You
was
know
like a
what?
Friday afternoon
That-
and a Friday evening.
life will do it
That
to you.
takes the ticket for Don.
Takes the ticket.
I think Shag and I takes the ticket, to be honest.
I'm going to beep all of that out.
I really hope she's at Amsterdam Pride.
You're so annoying.
That was so funny yesterday.
So
Can I
annoying.
just say one thing that's been playing on my mind for the last 10 minutes? It's a funny memory I have.
Mm.
Do you remember Freya's Troye Sivan TikTok?
Oh, that was horrendous.
Do you know what? I will never grow up.
Your digital footprint is not good.
It's not great,
No.
is it?
Mine could be better, but yours is.
Mine is like I don't think until
At
maybe
Sorry.
I don't think that maybe until the past like year maybe that like my prefrontal lobe cortex was actually developed. Like I look back at some of the stuff that I was doing at like the age of even like 28 and I'm like youth.
You literally bought nunchucks the other day.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm still gonna do shit like that. But like I think of some of the stuff that I would like post. I'm like, I would never now. Like there's no way. I would not be Troye Sivaning myself.
Some of
I
the
would-
stuff you were posting last year was quite bad.
Yeah, awful. Awful. I was in a fucking blank, I was in a haze. That wasn't me. That was not me. It was none of my business. Whatever happened last year.
Yeah, to be fair, some of your TikToks last year, I remember they'd come from my phone. I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, really bad. Anything, like I said, anything that happened last year, that wasn't
The
me.
amount of people have messaging me being like, "Can you say something to Freya?" And I was like, "I can't because it's not my place."
Who?
So many people were like, genuinely a bit like, "Is she okay? This is really
Well,
bad."
I wasn't okay. What was it?
Just like,
No, they were. Some of them were just a bit
just
like.
very odd.
Like what?
Freya, I didn't watch them personally.
What?
There
I
was
think it's just when you were going through it and you were acting a bit manic
it was a bit,
sometimes.
yeah, very chaotic.
Well-
the energy to them.
Yeah.
It wasn't like necessarily what they were saying. It was just how you were presenting
I
yourself.
felt chaotic as fuck. I'm surprised I didn't shave off all my hair during 2007 Britney, if I'm honest with you.
Sorry, your socks are two completely different lengths. Oh, they know. Oh, they just looked in that angle.
Sorry, it's a bit uncouth that I'm sat like this. But whatever. Yeah, I have nothing to say for last year.
I think LSE, to sum it up, is that LSE to me is just a beautifully abysmal mess that is wrapped together with a whole lot of love and dedication to this community and the people that lie within it.
Mm-hmm.
A whole lot of love and dedication for what we do
Mm-hmm.
and the joy that it brings us as well,
Yeah.
this podcast and the events and the incredible people that we've met. And I just hope that we can continue to build from it. And there's so much that I want to do with this brand and that we are doing and that will continue to evolve. I don't want it to ever not exist, to be honest, because one thing I am really, really proud of is the narrative in which it exists for, and my love for the community and giving people a voice in a safe space. That will just never change. That will never go away.
Mm-hmm.
I will never not be someone who won't care about this community, and helping this community and being a voice for this community is never something that I'm going to wake up one day and no longer want to do.
Yeah, agreed.
And so I'm so grateful
Mm-hmm.
and proud that we've got Lesbian Supper Club and everyone within it as well. Liv, anyone that's come in to help us, Nat with the photography, people that have helped edited the podcast on the ad hoc, people who have helped us firefight against things like
Yeah, it's an endless
all of
list. So many people
everyone
from our
that has
community
come
who have
together.
helped.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
the people who've jumped in last minute and recommended DJs and you know, Kaylin helping with all of the New York stuff.
Yeah, huge.
We've just been so blessed as well with so many beautiful people through doing this that I wouldn't change it for the world, even if every day it still is difficult. And I'm not saying that in a complaining way. It just is. I don't think anything in life is easy. So there's that.
you choose your hard, right? And I
Mhm.
think that, like, isn't there that saying that it's just like anything that's worth it is hard, and what was
That was really
anything that's
inspirational.
worth it is hard. No, there is a saying that it's basically saying
If it's easy,
hold on.
if it's not hard, it won't be worth it. And if it's something like that,
It says, well, this isn't the exact one.
this
but,
is what we're going to leave you with.
but it has something like, no, this one is just, it's just a line. It's like, nothing worth having comes easy. But it is very true. Like, nothing worth having does ever really come easily. No, and
yeah,
that
nothing
is
worth
true.
having is easy.
Yeah,
Done.
There we go.
You have to fight for things.
you have
that
to fight
want.
for what you want, and
You
like
have to work hard,
it is,
and you have to be persistent and consistent, and
what you need to realize as well. If
make
you work-
mistakes and learn from them. And
I'm not saying that everyone in the world has it plain sailing if they are a straight cisgendered white man. However,
they got it a lot easier.
they got it a
come
lot
on.
easier. So you've got to realize if you're
They
a
do
woman,
have
and
it
not
easier.
only a woman, also a
gay woman
lesbian, it is
with-
going to be harder.
With a podcast called Lesbian Supper Club.
It is going to be harder.
We're a triple
threat.
and a triple negative.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Depends which way you look at
We're
it.
also neurodivergent.
And also, one thing I just want to say though is that we're not fucking leaving.
No, we're not going.
We're not
anywhere,
fucking
bitch.
leaving.
We're not going nowhere.
Um,
Never get rid of me. Look at me. I'm sat back.
But yeah, we love you all so much, and we're so grateful that we do get to sit here and celebrate 100 episodes of Lesbian Supper Club.
Yeah.
It's just genuinely incredible, and I can't wait to be sat here when we're celebrating 200 episodes, and that again there'll be so many milestones that we would have achieved via the brand through that, and hopefully reached even more than you and had more of you and had an impact on more of you globally in terms of both presence, feet on the ground, boots on the ground, carabiners on the ground, events, and just via the voice of the podcast, and hopefully the partnerships that we will continue to make and build that will support and advocate for this community and bring voice and us all together.
And I've got something to say. I wish I now had an air horn to have celebrated with.
What was that about?
We are just two very, very different people, and I'm just going to
Oh no, this was the one. I really wish I had one of those to bring in to celebrate. But YouTube will do. No, I completely agree. No, you are completely right. I think that I'm so proud of us and everything that we have achieved, and I'm so proud of the community. This is just like a complete, like, I don't know how to put it, but I would say in the way of like when something is just like a symbol of it doing well, and like 100 episodes is like our marker of how far we've come. And that's just, it's incredible to me, honestly. And it still comes as a surprise every single time. And I kind of don't want it to stop coming as a surprise.
No, I don't think it ever will.
No.
I don't think anything in our
But-
life will come as a surprise.
On that note, lesbians,
We love you. We will see you next week,
we will.
and thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for listening. If you have listened to 100 episodes, fucking congratulations. And enjoy
God
the next
star
100.
for you, which
Yeah.
we'll never send. 'Cause
We
won't
might.
get our
I'll
shit
put it in a
together.
Poundland frame and I'll have
But
it behind me.
yeah,
so you can
we
look
love
at
you,
it.
lesbians. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.